Bruges, one of the best preserved medieval cities in Europe, where time stood still for more than 700 years. We spent 2 incredible days exploring its streets, canals, and hidden corners. And in this video, we'll show you everything this city has to offer, from romantic boat tours and vibrant squares, to picturesque postcard views, historic windmills, and tasting some of Belgium's best local delicacies. We started our visit in Bruges, right on Market Square, the beating heart of the city, surrounded by colorful facades and busy terraces. From early morning to late evening, this square is always full of life. Lining the square, you'll find several important historic buildings. One of the most striking buildings here is the Provincial Court, a neo-Gothic building that once served as the seat of the provincial government. Today, it's mainly admired for its impressive architecture and detailed facade. Next to it, you'll find the Historium. The Historium offers a multimedia experience that takes you back to medieval Bruges, giving you a glimpse of what life was like in the city during its golden age. All around the square, the atmosphere is completed by the terraces. The many cafes and restaurants around Market Square make it the perfect place to sit down, enjoy a drink, and simply watch the city go by. At the center of the square stands the Belfry of Bruges, one of the city's most famous landmarks and a powerful symbol of its medieval prosperity. The Belfry is open daily, with opening hours depending on the season. Tickets cost around €15, and since only a limited number of visitors are allowed inside per hour, booking in advance is highly recommended, especially during busy periods. If you're up for a challenge, you can climb the 83-meter-high tower, just like we did. To reach the top, you'll need to climb 366 narrow steps, spread across several different levels. As you make your way up, you pass historic rooms that once served as storage and treasury spaces, followed by the impressive clockwork mechanism, where you can see the original gears and weights still doing their work today. At the top, you reach the bell chamber. At this level, the sound is so incredibly loud, giving you a real sense of the power behind the carillon. From here, you're also rewarded with a stunning 360-degree panoramic view over Bruges, stretching across rooftops, canals, and far beyond the historic city center. Just a short walk from Market Square, you'll find Burg Square, a much more intimate square that played a crucial role in the history of the city. Burg Square has long been the political and religious heart of Bruges. For centuries, this was the center of power, where the city was governed and justice was administered. One of the most eye-catching buildings here are the Bruges City Hall and the former Liberty of Bruges. The ornate Gothic and gold facade reflects just how wealthy and influential Bruges once was. Right next to it stands the Basilica of the Holy Blood, a small but remarkable church believed to house a relic of the Holy Blood. Despite its modest size, it's one of the most significant religious sites in Bruges. On the left side of the City Hall, you'll find a narrow medieval passageway. From this side, the stone archway creates one of the most photogenic back views in the city. This passageway leads us straight towards the canal. Along the way, we pass a small square lined with cozy cafes and restaurants before opening up to one of the city's most iconic viewpoints, Rosary Quay. From here, the canals, medieval buildings, and bridges come together to create that classic Bruges postcard view. As you walk through Bruges, you'll quickly notice that the city is filled with countless waffle shops on almost every corner of the city. They come in countless varieties, from simple sugar waffles to versions topped with chocolate, sweets, or jam. We tried waffles from different places, but the best waffles, in our opinion, were from Otto Waffle Atelier. Their waffles are made with oats instead of traditional flour, using 100% natural ingredients like coconut blossom sugar, and they're gluten and dairy-free. You can top them with fresh fruit, ice cream, nuts, and all kinds of flavorful combinations. Absolutely delicious. From Rosary Quay, we continue along the canal towards a much quieter part of Bruges and arrive at Hof Arents. Although small in size, this peaceful green courtyard offers an unforgettable view right in the heart of the historic city. From here, you can admire the former Gruuthuse Palace and the romantic Bonifacius Bridge. The Bonifacius Bridge is one of the most photogenic spots in Bruges. Despite its medieval appearance, it's actually one of the city's younger bridges. Built in the early 20th century to blend seamlessly with Bruges' historic surroundings. With overhanging half-timbered houses and the calm canal below, this spot perfectly captures the romantic and timeless atmosphere of the city. Right opposite stands the Gruuthuse Bridge, the only bridge in Bruges with a building constructed directly on top. If you look closely at the wall of the nearby Gruuthusemuseum, you'll even spot one of Bruges' smallest Gothic windows, once used to keep an eye on activity along the canal. Right next to it, the Church of Our Lady rises high above the scene, offering a truly impressive and unforgettable view. The Gruuthusemuseum is housed in a grand medieval palace that once belonged to the powerful Gruuthuse family. Inside, the museum showcases over 500 years of Bruges' history. Even if you don't visit the museum itself, this place is still well worth a stop. The inner courtyard offers a peaceful, enclosed space surrounded by historic architecture and gives a clear sense of the wealth and importance this location once held. The Sint-Janshospitaal is one of the oldest preserved hospital buildings in Europe. Rising directly from the water, the complex is a striking example of medieval Gothic architecture, with long brick facades, tall pointed windows, and a sober, powerful design. For centuries, this was a place of care for the sick, travelers, and pilgrims. Today, the historic halls mainly house artworks and exhibitions. Just a short walk away, we come across a little hidden gem. Tucked away behind an unassuming entrance lies Rooms Convent, a quiet courtyard dating back to 1330. Originally, this was a place where religious women lived and worked together, providing housing and daily support within the city. Besides waffles, there's another treat you'll see all over Bruges: chocolate. The city is filled with chocolate shops offering handmade pralines, truffles, and bonbons, often produced using traditional techniques passed down through generations. Belgian chocolate comes in all shapes and sizes, with an impressive range of flavors, from classic combinations to more creative creations. One shop worth taking a closer look at is the Chocolate line. Known for its bold approach, this chocolatier turns chocolate into true works of art, combining craftsmanship with surprising flavors and playful designs. After this, we head towards a much peaceful and greener part of the city. Our walk takes us towards the Begijnhof, known for its whitewashed houses. For centuries, this was home to the Beguines, religious women who lived here in a community devoted to prayer and work. continue our walk towards the Saashuis, a former lockkeeper's house that once played an important role in controlling the city's waterways and water levels. It's located right next to the Minnewater, also known as the Lake of Love. From here, you have a stunning view across the water, with the Minnewater Castle and the surrounding park forming a striking backdrop. There are many ways to explore Bruges, and walking is one of the best ways to experience the city and discover the many hidden places it has to offer. You can also join a city tour or choose a horse-drawn carriage ride for a more romantic experience. But the most beautiful way to explore Bruges is by canal. Bruges is often called the Venice of the North, and exploring the city by boat offers a completely different perspective. Canal tours depart from several locations around the historic center, usually last around 30 minutes, and tickets cost about €15 per person. The captain takes you through the medieval canals, passing beneath centuries-old bridges and along historic facades, including iconic spots like Rosary Quay, with the Belfry rising in the background, and of course, the romantic Bonifacius Bridge. The historic center of Bruges is surrounded by the old city walls, known as the Vesten, which today form a green and peaceful ring around the city. Along this area, about a 20-minute walk from Market Square, you'll find the historic windmills, which can also be visited as part of a city tour. The windmills once played an important role in daily life and food production, and several of them can still be visited today. So, what do you like about Bruges? What was your favorite spot? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.